YouTube, what is going down, man? I'm back at y'all boys again with another video, man. And look, the other day, if you've been sleeping under a rock, 2K released a whole long essay, whatever you want to call it, about all of the new gameplay additions that they added into the game and that we will definitely see in NBA 2K20, man. And if you got to the end of that thing, they let us know that there are going to be 80 badges in the game, and a lot of those badges are going to be badges that we have never seen before. Now, if you didn't read that long thing, if you don't want to, I got a video for y'all boys, man, where I went through 25 things that we learned from there and 25 things that we can expect to see in NBA 2K20. But back to this video, man. Wang has definitely been on Twitter. He's been very active, and he let us know some of these new badges that we can expect, and he even described what some of these badges are going to do. Now, obviously, this is not going to be all of the new badges because it's 80 badges. So right now we have 19. What I did for y'all boys is I took the liberty to get all of the badges that Wang has said so far. Hopefully I didn't miss any. And what I did was, for all of my visual learners, for all of my guys that actually like to see something and don't want something to be described to you, I've actually took the liberty of recreating some of these badges. Now, obviously, these are not how the badge is going to look, but if you're one of those dudes that actually want to see something and not have something described to you, I've made some badges for y'all boys, man. So let's go ahead and get into it because this may be a longer video. I don't know how I'm going to breeze through these things. Obviously, these badges are not going to be in any kind of order because Wang is releasing information randomly. So let's dive right into this thing, man. The number one badge is going to be Deep Fade, man. Now, as Wang described it, this badge is going to help you hit post fades from further out. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of worried about this badge, man. Now, the reason why I am worried is because post scores are one of the most dominant archetypes in the game. If you don't believe me, please go to the 1v1 court without a post score and look, watch you get cooked alive, man. Matter of fact, don't even get on the spot. Just watch post scores get to work on that court, man. Obviously, post scores are one of the most controversial archetypes, and to give them a badge where they're going to be hitting deep fades, man, kind of worried about that thing, man. Also, I need to let you guys know that every badge in this game, not in the game, every badge in this video is going to be like the badges that we've had in the past, right? All of these things are going to be broken up into 4 tiers. You're going to have bronze versions, silver, gold, and Hall of Fame versions. So obviously, this is a post score badge. Obviously, if you have a pure post, I'm assuming that you're going to get this on Hall of Fame and you're going to be a monster. Now, the next badge that we have for you guys is going to be called Quick First Step. Now, with Quick First Step, Wang really did elaborate on this thing, but obviously, this is going to be the badge for those players that are going to be faster than everyone else with their first step. Now, I'm assuming that playmakers are definitely going to get this badge because obviously, they are the fastest dudes on the court, so they should have a quicker first step than just about everyone else. But I could definitely see slashers getting this thing as well. So with the triple threat moves, they said that they added a new array of triple threat moves. Maybe a slash can hit the triple threat moves, and then as they cut to the rim a lot, 2K can definitely give them this badge, and I can see slashers using this. Look, and don't sleep on locks as well getting this badge, man, because locks have to be fast laterally, you know what I'm saying? So they need a quick first step. So the next badge, please don't laugh at the way that I designed this, but I didn't know what to put on it. This badge is called Slippery Off-Ball Badge, and what this badge is going to do is you're going to get free with the new off-ball jukes move that they have added back into the game, man. Now, if you want to hear how Wang described this badge, Wang says this badge will give you more success with the new off-ball juke moves, and it will also help you get free from defenders who are trying to jam you up. Now, if you don't know, juke moves in this game are going to be broken up into 3 different tiers, same way that they do layups, dunks, and dribbling, right? So they're going to have elite juke moves. Man, can you imagine somebody with elite juke moves also having the slippery off-ball badge on Hall of Fame? If I had to guess which archetypes are going to use this badge, I would say this kind of seems like a sharp badge for me, man, because the way that sharps are supposed to be used, they are supposed to try to get themselves free off ball. They're not supposed to be ball handlers, so obviously I definitely can see sharpshooters having this badge. It's going to be a hassle to try to keep up with a sharp that has the slippery off-ball badge. The next badge is an interesting badge. This badge is called Giant Slayer, and I'm kind of worried about this badge as well. The way that Wang described this, he says smaller players can equip Giant Slayer and it would help them score at the rim amongst the trees. So this badge is definitely for those smaller slashes, for all of my dudes who like to make the point guard slasher or the shooting guard slasher. Look, this is going to be the badge for you guys. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a badge that you guys are going to be able to equip. And with this badge, what is going to happen is once you go into the rim, and if you're going up against the center, this badge will activate, and I'm thinking that it will definitely work hand in hand with Acrobat, and it's going to help you score versus those bigger dudes. Now, let's go ahead and go to the 5th new badge. This badge is called Clam, And obviously this sounds like a lockdown badge, and it is. This badge is for perimeter lock. So this is gonna be for all my dudes that make those locks from the 1 through the 3 position. We know that the lockdown position has definitely become a popular position in 2K. A lot of the dudes that play lock, honestly, if we're keeping it a stack, couldn't really play defense with anything else, so they moved to this. But I know it's some of my dudes out there, they can play defense with any build, but they just love the way the lockdown position is. So this is a brand new badge for you boys. But look, for all of my locks that play big, don't feel like 2K has left you out. They've also made a post-move lockdown badge, man. Now, this is something that I am glad to see, man. Like I said earlier in the video, post scores run the 1v1 court. It is not even funny, man, right? Honestly, a lot of those post fakes, what they were hitting were contested, but defensive stopper didn't do enough of a good job, right? So hopefully this badge will definitely solve that. We don't want to see post scores greening in our face consistently. It's definitely really annoying. Now with these past 2 badges, I don't know if defensive stoppers in the game. It's going to be interesting to see how those 2 badges work in unison with defensive stopper. Now let's go ahead and go to my glass cannons, because we got 3 new badges for y'all boys, man. This badge, the first one is called Rebound Chaser. Now with Rebound Chaser, it helps you chase down long rebounds. The next rebounding badge is called Worm. Look, don't laugh at the image. I couldn't think of anything, you know what I'm saying? But this one will help you get around Boxouts, and I think this is a WWW of a badge, man, because sometimes getting around Boxouts in this game can be completely annoying, man. I feel like sometimes you have smaller players boxing out people too well, but this badge is definitely going to help offset that, and the counter to this badge is going to be called Box. This badge makes it tough for the worms, man. So it's going to be interesting to see which versions of glasses get which badges on what tier, man, because which version of a glass only gets worm on gold, but they get box on bronze. You know what I'm saying? So, and obviously with these badges, I'm kind of assuming that Hustle Rebounder has been removed from the game and broken down into these 3 badges, but we don't really know that. Now the next badge is an interesting one, and when I first heard this one, I thought about one person, man. This badge is called Space Creator, and Mike Wang says this badge is for more effective step back jump shots. Now honestly, when I first saw this badge, I thought of one archetype. I thought of shot creators, man. This is honestly definitely a shot creator badge, and I could definitely see post scores getting this badge as well. But I thought about Tyceno when I first seen this badge, man. When I first heard about it, my bad. Because, man, we know Tyceno love the step backs. Imagine Tyceno with Hall of Fame Space Creator. Absolutely crazy. Now, the next badge for my post scores, if you want more badges, they got y'all. This badge is called Deep Hooks, and Mike Wang didn't really talk too much about this badge, but obviously you can read the name. It's going to help you guys hit those deep hook shots. Now, look, all of my post scores, I know y'all pain when it comes to post hooks. The post hooks in the game were absolutely trash. There's a reason why you don't see post scores hitting that movement. So hopefully this badge actually help you guys out. Look, I'm on y'all side with this one. I'm not a hater of the post scores. Now, the number 12th new badge in the game is called Hot Start. Now, let me go ahead and read what Mike Wang said about this thing. They said, if you have this badge and you knock down your first jumper, you get a boost on your shooting rating for a period of time. The more shots that you can knock down without missing, the longer you keep your boost. Now, this is going to be an interesting one, and I definitely feel like this is a sharpshooter badge. This is catered for sharpshooters, but I can honestly see this with shot creators as well, man. This is going to be an interesting badge, because if you let a sharp hit that 3-pointer in the beginning of the game, and he got this badge on gold or Hall of Fame, say goodnight. Like, I honestly can't see them missing if they are a good sharp that know how to get free. Stretch bigs, shot creators, I can see this. I can also kind of see post scores with this thing as well. Let's go ahead and go to the next one, man. The next badge is called Handle for Days, and this is obviously a playmaker badge. Playmaker shot creator, right? So this badge helps you pull off a lot of dribble move combos before getting fatigued, man. And look, I'm kind of worried that this badge may be completely OP, because we know the dribble community is one of the most outspoken and one of the largest communities in 2K. They love to dribble, but what I don't want to see is them guys continuing to dribble the whole shot clock out, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, man, I'm tired of watching you hit them moves, man. So hopefully 2K does a decent job at monitoring this badge. I know that stamina for all of my dribble guys have been some of the things that y'all been complaining about this year. Y'all said that y'all feel like y'all players get too tired too fast to be an NBA player. You guys definitely do have a good point, but at the same time, I feel like, man, look, y'all got enough time to get free. But this video is not about that, man. Now, the next badge is called Needle Threader. Now, this badge is honestly another playmaker badge, man. So this badge is going to be the replacement for pick and roll Maestro, man. We know Maestro used to be lit in 17. Ever since then, the badge kind of was toned down, and now 2K has completely removed the badge, taking it out of the game. And how Mike Wang described this badge, it says It does a similar thing, but it extends to more passing situations and not just limited to pick and roll. So obviously once you get a pick, and if you see somebody from the corner trying to help down on the pick and trying to make sure that the center don't cut to the rim and get a free bucket, you can dish that ball out to the corner and you still will have a passing boost. You can dish that thing off to the corner and that player will still get that same boost that the center would get if they was using pick and roll Maestro. Definitely going to be a fire badge. I don't really think that this is going to be OP. It's definitely going to make playmakers a way more valuable thing when it comes to playing Pro-Am, in my opinion. Look, if you got a player with this on Hall of Fame and he has IQ, this badge is going to be absolutely amazing. Now, the next badge is called Fancy Footwork, and this badge helps you get past defenders with advanced gathers on the floor. Now, if you don't know what the advanced gathers are, if you didn't watch my last video talking about 25 things that we know about the game, advanced gathers are going to be used for slashers. So this is definitely going to be a slasher badge. So what an advanced gather is that 2K basically gave slashers way more control on how they want to finish around the rim, but it definitely has more repercussion this year, because if you gather towards the wrong direction, you can get more jam ups, but if you gather towards the right direction, you can knife past defenders. So what this badge, what Fancy Footwork does, is it's going to help those slashers get free a little more and possibly get put in their right situation, man. Look, I know this badge is going to be another badge. Imagine if a smaller dude has Giant Slayer and Fancy Footwork on Hall of Fame. Now on to the number 16 badge of the video, man. Now this badge is one of the most highly hated badges in 2K history. I don't even know that made sense right now, but this is one of the most hated badges in 2K history, and it's making its way back. But Wang said it has been completely reworked from the ground up, and this badge is going to be Volume Shooter. Now we know back in the day, Volume Shooter could make one of your players completely trash, but Wang said that this badge is now back, and he said there are no negatives to this badge. Look, Wang, I kind of don't believe you. I would like to see it. I'm not gonna lie, if I'm playing my career and I see this badge come to the top, I'm still gonna get a little bit sad about, oh man, my player could possibly be ruined. Now, the number 17th badge of the video, just a few more badges to go. Interceptor is also coming back. Now, if you don't know what the Interceptor badge is, it's basically in the name, right? A lot of these badges are self-explanatory. Intercept is going to help you play those passing lanes a little more. So obviously, this is definitely a lockdown badge for my lock, my rim protectors. If you have lock in your archetype in any way, shape, or form, I can see you definitely getting this badge, man. And I definitely think the Interceptor should definitely be back in the game. The number 18th badge in the game is going to be replacing some of my slashers' most favorite badge. Posterizer has been removed from the game, and that badge will now be called Contact Finisher. So obviously in the name, it kind of tells you what this badge is going to do. So I'll let Wang describe it. Wang says this badge will help you posterize people, but it will also help smaller players who play above the rim finish with contact. So again, imagine a player with Contact Finisher, Fancy Footwork, and Giant Slayer. Come on, bro. Look, slashers may be a move this year. I don't know which build I'm gonna make, but slashers may possibly be a move this year, man. And the last new badge that we have for the video is gonna be called Range Extender. Now, this badge will replace one of the most popular badges in 2K. We know that the Sharps are one of the most vocal communities. Let 2K touch anything with the Sharps and it's an all-out problem, right? So now, one of their most favorite badges has been removed from the game, and it has been replaced with Range Extender. And it kind of sounds like it does the same thing, but they just extended it a little bit. So with Range Extender, it's going to help you hit those long threes, but it's also going to help certain archetypes hit those long mid-ranges. So I could definitely see shot creators getting this badge. I could definitely see post scorers getting this badge as well. You know what I'm saying? And I can see a few archetypes. We know 2K like to throw a wrench. Watch, I guarantee y'all, one way or another, a glass cleaner is going to have Range Extender for some weird reason, right? But look, that's the end of the video, man. It's a longer video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Which archetypes do you think got the most love when it came to them adding new badges in the game? Right now on the top of my head, I think slashers got the most love out of anybody. Shot creators may be a possible second, and maybe locks, maybe a third, maybe possibly. I can't remember every single badge right now. I've been talking for a minute, but that's all I got for y'all boys. So make sure that you like, subscribe, hit those notifications. You can join the gang. 50K trade is on the way, and we are out.